retrofitting counties for years now with Starlink internet, so that's going to be available to be used as needed. In terms of fuel, we amassed a lot of fuel before this particular emergency. We actually had it for a meeting, didn't really need to use it for that. We have 268,000 gallons of diesel, 110,000.
Hey guys, welcome back to Trials for Daybreak.
That's just from the
Sorry, Trials for Daybreak.
you still have the fuel at the port.
Second chapter. About to watch a movie.
Another 1.2 million gallons of
If
diesel
my saves are correct.
that are currently to the state. Now, I know there's been a lot of stations. You obviously have an issue. Fuel much more than would typically happen. The gas stations run out of fuel. But the fuel supply they ask for more fuel. And so we're doing, we've also exported highway patrols to get there quicker. Major.
Okay.
So we've got 43 fuel trucks that have already been escorted by Florida Highway Patrol to deliver fuel to stations, particularly in the anticipated impact area. We're also working with companies like Circle K, Gate, Racetrack, Wawa, Shell, and Walmart to ensure fuel trucks are working 24/7 to keep fuel delivered as it comes into our ports. There's no longer fuel coming into some of the West Coast ports like Tampa and Manatee, but they've got a lot of fuel there on dockside.
Can we talk?
And it's going to continue to be used. And I spoke with both ports of Tampa and Manatee today. They've got a lot of fuel. So that's continuing to happen. And then fuel has been coming into the East Coast ports. That's probably going to stop soon. Maybe it's already stopped now. But again, there's a lot of fuel that's on hand that can be brought out on the dock side. And that's what we're looking to continue to see happen. Debris removal from Hurricane Helene. I think most people know the counties and the cities have contracts for debris removal after a storm. There was not necessarily a great job all around in some of the contractors in places like Manatee, Sarasota, Hillsborough counties. We saw this debris once it was clear there was going to be some type of storm this weekend. We decided to create a state support debris mission. And what we've done is we've mandated the landfills are open 24 hours. We had one county where they didn't have anyone there manning it. We opened it up forcibly, make sure that debris can be brought in. So that's Florida Department of Transportation. They've now deployed a dump trucks so that work to remove debris 24/7, and they're going to continue to do it all day today, and as long as they can tomorrow, before we start to feel impacts from the onset of the storm. So as of this morning, Florida Department of Transportation has removed over 1,300 truckloads of debris in a little over 48 hours. That's a huge, huge amount. Now, there was issues, so the most debris was probably in the Pinellas County beaches. You also had Manatee, the barrier islands like Anna Maria, a lot of debris. That was our initial focus. Sarasota also had a lot of debris on their barrier islands, and I guess their contractor kind of left them over the ball. So we've now surged over 100 FDOT vehicles between Manatee and Sarasota working to step in where the contractors left off. And we're going to continue doing that again all the way until it's no longer safe to do so. We've made a huge dent in this. The more debris we can get picked up, the less damage is going to happen, whether that's floating into the Gulf of Mexico, whether it's projectiles that go into other buildings.
Can we talk?
We have hundreds of state search and rescue personnel, a total of 26 teams embedded in potential impact sites along the West Coast to begin immediate rescue operations as soon as the storm passed, should the need arise. I know a lot of people have left, and hopefully there's not a need for a lot of rescues, but those personnel will be there if they need. We have 5,000 National Guard that are on duty. That'll expand to 8,000 very, very soon. We have a total of 34 search and rescue aircraft. We've gotten a lot of support from other states, and we thank them for that. We have 450 tactical vehicles, including 140 high-wheel vehicles, aerial water, and ground National Guard search and rescue teams. This is probably the largest National Guard mobilization in advance of a storm in Florida history. We also have the Florida State Guard, 10 maritime crews, 3 high-water UTVs, 2 UH-60 Blackhawks, 4 drone teams, 15 cut and toss crews, 2 amphibious rescue crews, and almost 200 Florida State Guard soldiers. Linemen and power restoration resources are being marshaled. We now have over 43,000 linemen who are being brought in from as far away as California. So we appreciate them for power restoration. We've also assisted with the evacuation of 300 healthcare facilities in the potential path of the storm. State veteran nursing homes that are currently located in the cone are accepting families of residents to shelter with them, as they are all built to withstand Cat 5 hurricane winds and they're outside of flood zone. Florida Disaster Fund. This was activated after Ian, Idalia, and Helene. If you want to support for Milton, go to floridadisasterfund.org. This is really significant way to help people. You should be executing your plan now. If you're going to get out now. You have time today. Time will be running out very shortly if you wait any longer. Of course, there's a lot of mandatory evacs that have been done. We have done the shoulders on the I-4 and the I-75. Veterans Expressway and Suncoast Parkway tolls have been waived. Those can also be used as evacuation routes. I-4 is doing a lot better today than yesterday. Still traffic, but that's it. That's the norm for that. I-75 northbound, 20 to 30% higher volume. Alligator Alley is pretty jammed right now. We have an unprecedented effort underway. I want to thank everyone that's been involved. It's not easy, especially when you've just responded to a Category 4 storm, Helene, to have it done. I know everybody's tired. Trust me, we get it. We're wearing out the Celsius at the state EOC. But what you're doing is important. Hang in there and let's get the job done. Okay, Kevin?
All right, Governor Ron DeSantis talking about Hurricane Milton, which is threatening what could be the first direct hit on Tampa by a major hurricane in more than a century. It is a Category 4 storm, and it is 155 miles per hour, as last seen in that 2 p.m. environment. You can see it churning just north of Cancun, Mexico. We haven't had a lot of news out of the region that it's hovering over right now, but we're trying to find out what their experience is like there. And it is expected to slam into the Gulf Coast of Florida, where they are still cleaning up from Helene. Now that debris could go flying, so they have a huge effort underway right now to try to clean up as much as they can so that they don't have to deal with a lot of debris in the air based on the last hurricane. Fox weather meteorologist Steve Bender reporting large storms from Sarasota needed to south of Tampa. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Martha, I want to go off of what you just said, right? That debris left behind from Helene. You'll notice behind me, we're on Lido Key. We're on a barrier island in Sarasota. They took a direct hit. As you look at this pile of debris, the longer you look at it, the more of those kind of household items that start to emerge. Something else that I've noticed here as we move along these barrier islands are these mounds of sand. Now, this wasn't intentional. This was actually that storm surge from Helene that came in. All of this with it, if you look past into that garage, there's mounds of sand as well. What we've noticed is residents and locals, they're doing the absolute final preparation. They're going to these and grabbing sandbags, making them. I actually got to talk with Noah. He is a guy who lives actually inland, but he's picked up that making sandbags. So what he realizes, a lot of people have never seen this before. They know what they're doing. They're making sandbags. Take a listen to Noah.
Yeah, people come out not knowing what they're doing, you know, and because they never done anything like this, especially if they've been in Sarasota a lot. So, you know, they're on sandbags. These people just have toilet paper. People buy them up.
And so they're giving out those sandbags for free. They said they've been working for the last 3 days straight, 8-hour shifts, trying all they can to help one another. We just saw the Sarasota police go by. I talked with them they're shutting down Vigo Island tonight at 7 p.m. No re-entry. This is a mandatory evacuation zone. If you get all the way down, you'll see it's absolutely quiet here, Martha. So you heard from Governor Ron DeSantis. He talked about all the preparations, all of the crews that have come in. This is an unprecedented event. When you talk about a major hurricane right now, we're looking at Tampa to Sarasota taking the absolute brunt of Milton coming in.
Steve Bender, thank you very much, Steve. I know you guys are going to be busy in the coming hours and over the next few days, so thank you, Steve. We'll be following it along with Fox News weather for sure. Two major hurricanes create a political clash as Biden and Harris blast misinformation over FEMA funds to suffering survivors. Reaction from the Trump camp and the Harris camp next.
I joined the Army in 2004. In the later part of my military service, I operated as a civil service team within special operations. Our job was to effect change with the mission of defeating ISIS. We were doing combat control when we were at one of the schools where girls had returned to school. But when they returned home, ISIS saw that they were losing control, losing their grips on the people, that they targeted my team for an assassination. And ISIS suicide bomber squeezed his way into my team and detonated the suicide vest. It's a bad day. I had a total of 22 life-saving surgeries over 2 years that I spent in the hospital. We were worried. We didn't know how we were going to be able to pay for the house, how we were going to continue to pay our mortgage. That's when the Criminal Powers Foundation stepped in and said, we have a solution for your problem. We don't have to worry about packing up and moving somewhere else. Because,
you have got to be kidding me. They passed me over for her?
I was very emotional how long to see.
Who does that little minx think she is? She gets roles left and right, and yet her acting is garbage. Why do you spend so much time obsessing over younger actresses? And did you really have to sleep with that producer? Isn't that going a little overboard? This is a dog-eat-dog industry. One night, with that cretin is nothing but just some work. This is getting us nowhere. I'm so tired of all this. I just want to get away. I'll go back to the old me and... Okay, then answer me this. Which of us is the old you? Whenever that question is posed, their arguments end on the spot. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is real and who's the thrall?
Now you're worried it's going to cost you a fortune to repair this. Unless you already called.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Auto protection companies in this country. When you're protecting the plant through car shield, the process is like that. It's done in literally 3 steps. One, first, the tow truck takes your car to the shop. The cost of towing covers the shop plan through car shield. Next, you probably need to get around while your vehicle's being repaired, right? 2, plan through car shield have rental car options too. Then comes the best part. 3, when you pick up your vehicle, you don't have a big repair bill to worry. Car shield administrators get your truck repaired paid directly to the shop, so you're back on the road with no worries. Call now, get an affordable plan through car shield for your vehicle before it's too late. When you call car shield, when you got the small problem like the power window motor, it could cost you $200, or a big problem like an engine or transmission, it could cost you thousands of dollars to take care of. Car shield is the #1 auto protection company in the country, and their administrators have paid out more than $1 billion in auto repairs. That's billion with a B. Car shield is the choice to get your car shield guarantee. Your rate never goes up, and your coverage never goes down, no matter how many claims. Look, it's inevitable. As your car truck ages, the parts and components are one fail. It's not worth the risk. Call Car Shield. Wait until your car breaks down, it's too late. Call CarShield for coverage on up to 5,000 parts and get the CarShield guarantee, where your rate never goes up and your coverage never goes down, no matter how much you have. Call 800-991-1467. 800-991-1467.
So mid-morning today, we got news that President Biden will cancel his overseas trip. Germany and Africa is where he was headed to stay at the White House to focus on recovery from Hurricane Helene and preparations for Hurricane Milton, which you can see churning on your screen there. It is looking to be a Category 4. Could be one of the worst to hit Florida in a century. Probably the worst if it stays like that. We hope it doesn't. We hope it burns out. Warm waters on its way towards Naples. But the President, Vice President, and the White House also taking in what they call misinformation about the hurricane response.
This huge, those people in service are really, really worried that they're not taken care of. People are scared to death. People know why they're scared. It's profound, and it is the height of irresponsibility and frankly childlessness. So, lives are literally at stake right now, but this is so consistent with our Donald Trump. He puts himself before the needs of others. I fear that he really wants empathy.
Please proceed
On a very basic level.
There's not a way right now.
It's not.
It's their line of
That's not. Wait. No, that is your whole premise of the question is misinformation, sir. What you don't. Yes, it's misinformation.
Okay, you get the idea. Trump 2024 senior advisor Lena Hama is currently on set at Conflict Free and Center Richmond. Sharon Waltz, campaign co-chair and former Louisiana Democratic Congressman. Great to have you with us, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. You know, with regard to these suggestions of misinformation, I just want to play this soundbite from the baseball coach Jason Beek, who is near Asheville, North Carolina, just to get one human being's take on what he personally has experienced.
We weren't getting any help, but then the community just got together, the little towns, the police department, the people got together, and when there was no food at all, we were really cut off. The mountain was cut off on one side, we still have no running water, we just got power, but to watch the community get together before now, just really get together.
Okay.
Why did it take a week for FEMA to get on the ground? And during that time, you did see a lot of campaigning going on. So it raises questions about who is power in this situation.
Well, thank you for having me. Let me just correct something first. It wasn't a week before people got on the ground. Second, I lived through Hurricane Katrina. And after devastating storms, it takes a moment to reach everybody where they are. And what communities do is they don't wait on government. They start to work. But what this administration has done is already spent hundreds of millions of dollars in aid to victims of the hurricane. And what you do is FEMA sets up a hotline. People start to apply for immediate cash funds. And then you see the government fund local government efforts to pick up trash.
I talked to a family yesterday with her mother is still missing. And we lost 230 people have died in this situation. And I'm listening to Governor DeSantis talk about the repositioning of all of these assets, Blackhawk, choppers, all these things that are ready to go. And I'm just, how do you respond to that? Why wasn't that the case with me?
Okay, let's do the
There were assets pre-positioned before police. And it happened
here.
every storm in coordination with FEMA and others. And look, what we won't do is play tit for tat because this is too serious. I watched 1,500 people die in Hurricane Katrina and Rita. So this may be cute, it may be a soundbite for you, but this is real life. And what we have to do is make sure that's like the same.
Okay, this with Elaine, this with Swanee. Do I want to be in his good books? I don't give a fuck about the po-po, but I'm doing the law route, so that might help me down the road, right?
We're going to help rescue people. You saw the National Guard out there. You saw the Coast Guard out there rescuing people. That's the federal government coming in to help cities and states. And we're going to be there for Florida when this
Well, Dewey Lane, I think she's more important.
Pre-positioning of electrical line workers all the way from California to Florida. That is the federal government and others stepping up to help, and that's how it happens in these hurricanes. But the misinformation that could be dangerous is when you don't provide people with information of where to go get resources, how to apply for FEMA aid, how to safely dispose of your debris. All of those things are critical, and what we should do is make sure we're giving out accurate information.
Yeah, well, we've been doing that all week, and we have spoken with people who say that they were calling FEMA and they were getting go online and register for $750 to be sent to you, and they said, I don't have a computer, I don't have any way to get online and get that information. This is not what I'm just talking to real people on the ground and on the quarter side, and that's what their reality was in terms of what their experience was, because they don't speak for every single person. I hope other people have much better experience than they did, but obviously it's a tough time. We do all need to pull together and help these people in every single way we can. There's been an amazing private effort as well on behalf of a number of veterans who do this work through Rubicon, Clean Our Islands, all of that. So that's been a huge, huge help as well. And we hope that Florida fares well. Senator Richmond, thank you very much for being here today. Okay, joining me now is Alina Haba, 2024 Senior Advisor. Good to have you with us, Alina. There's been criticism about former President Trump, and Cedric was touching on it there, and what he has said about the ability for the administration to respond to this issue. What do you say to that? It's very simple. Let's talk about facts and just saying there's misinformation. Let's talk about information that is undisputable. While Helene was happening, he decided it was more important to go on a podcast about sex, call her daddy. When Helene was happening, President Biden was nowhere to be found. So now we have retakes. By the way, this morning, The View, Kamala saying President Trump lacks empathy. That one was rich. He's the person that's helped with Elon Musk get everybody's Starlinks. So I'm talking facts. And honestly, what Governor DeSantis said was perfect. This is not the time to politicize. This is not the time to try and get a point ahead of your other opponent. It's the time to get dirty and go help people. And that's what President Trump has done. He hasn't tried to make phony phone calls to look good to the media. He's gotten out there. He's going out there with people in North Carolina from the campaign from the RNC, out there helping with their hands, buying things, coordinating with Elon Musk. That is what is that campaign effort like in Western North Carolina? Well, we had people bringing in. I'm sure you saw Laura Trump took a team out there on the ground with the campaign, with the RNC, and she did a tremendous job. She's from North Carolina, and that's home for her. And Western North Carolina got hit really hard. And like you said, these are real people with real issues. They don't need a $750 handout for a president. They need help in the water. There are still people missing. There are babies floating in the water, and we're on podcasts. That's what the Harris team is doing. So I think what Cedric's doing is completely good. If you see that report of a baby floating in the water, we have absolutely heard there are children floating. There's missing bodies, dead bodies. We know that. There are dead people, like 200. 32, thank you. So this is the problem. It's not misinformation, it's fact. And to talk about Katrina, well, I'm really glad you're dealing with your trauma with Katrina, but we have problems happening now. We've got to deal with things now. Exactly what you should be doing. But frankly, that should be coming from FEMA, like you said. That should be coming from the top. And what he's doing is a great example for the country. The President Trump is getting in there, using the money, using his resources to give them things they need. Electricity, power. That's the things they need. There are children that are missing. It's just, we need to learn a lot more about that. We talked to a woman whose mother was missing yesterday, who was hanging onto a wall and then slammed into a tree, and she and her husband were separated. That we, can document people that were involved in it, and we hope that some of these other horror stories are not true, but we're still, getting in more information on all of this. I want to put a recent poll. This is New York Times CNN, which shows Harris ahead by 3 points among likely voters, 49-46 in that current polling. And one of the questions that is being asked today by Mark Thiessen at the Washington Post has to do with the ability. We're going to talk to her in a minute, so I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Mark Thiessen says Trump should deploy her to keep out around the states for the next 4 weeks, convince the reluctant but persuadable 18% of the electorate to cast their ballots for him. Failure to do so would be sheer political malpractice. It it could very well cost him the president or election. What's your reaction to that? Is that going to happen? I'm not going to speak to what his plan is, but Rocco is pretty rich to be giving President Trump advice. Well, that's not what I'm saying. He's a contributor here. Okay, but yeah, well, all I can tell you is we are all for anybody who's trying to save America. And Nikki Haley, if she's on that camp today and she's willing to come out to help save America, God bless, let's go. Because we are in a state of crisis. We have seen people come out, actresses that know that it will hurt their career and support Donald Trump. We are in a state of crisis. She was standing by and happy to help. Love that. Love that. I don't know if there's any plan at this point. I do not know that. All right, Alina, thank you very much. Interesting things that you today. We'll be watching all these numbers. Alina, thank you very much. Take care out of today.
Just
So a race is
don't get carried away about it, all right?
months to go to election day.
So the bottom line here is, yes, we have those states polling averages, but the real thing they tell us is that this race is too close to call. We're probably not going to know who's going to win for another month and perhaps another month and change.
We saw that President Trump was ahead 13 points in Florida. Obviously, Florida is under a ton of pressure right now. And from the former potential weak spots that she sees for Vice
Got something planned?
We'll talk about the battle and the dance.
Justin Fox out here. The verdict is in, and the winner of this election is gold. Gold keeps winning because the Fed keeps printing money no matter who's the president. Since the 2016 election, gold has set more than 10 new record highs. Why does gold continue to increase in value? Because our debt continues to rise.
That's how it goes.
Since 2016, U.S.
Rank
debt has
up.
risen a staggering 70%, and gold has doubled.
I'll be taking
Debt
that.
keeps rising
Ooh.
every second. That's why Citigroup, Bank of America, and others see gold smashing past 3,000.
Cool.
So do yourself a favor. Protect your lifetime of hard work. Look into a gold strategy. All my friends at Lear Capital, the only company I trust when I buy gold.
Call now for your free gold report and gold IRA investor kit. Plus, ask how you can get up to $15,000 in bonus gold with a qualified purchase. Call 800-927-8300. 800-927-8300.
I'm Sandy Cowan,
Meet
and I've
them up?
written multiple books about health and wellness. So obviously, living a healthy life is important to me. That's why I eat well, exercise, and take balance of nature. Balance of nature is perfect for me. So forever.
Get 35% off your first order as a preferred customer. Enjoy a 30-day money-back guarantee and free shipping. Don't wait any longer. Use discount code FOX News.
We all know what it's like to worry, to not know where our dog is going. Say goodbye to that hate tractive. Follow every step and find your dog in nature. Set virtual fences, monitor their activity, sleep, and get health alerts all in one easy-to-use app with unlimited range and support in over 150 countries. Tractive, the GPS tracker trusted by pet parents worldwide. 40% off for 48 hours only.
At Biz2 Credit,
It's expensive.
fund your business on time. When business is good, it could be time to expand. Time for Biz2 Credit. When bills are piling up, you might need extra cash to get ahead.
Time for Biz to Credit.
Our fast and convenient online process makes it easy to get the funding you need. When it's time to take your business to new heights, Biz2 Credit makes it possible. Go to Biz2 Credit.
Get it to you,
Slash
Brandon.
five. Call 800-200-2891. Biz2
Thanks
Credit.
for always shopping with me.
Discussing her new memoir and her husband's race for the White House. The former First Lady is live on the 5 tonight.
Welcome back to the talk show. My next guest is hooked.
We've got plenty more hits
Since I downloaded the free STD app, I could all the ticket tests. All for free.
Do you see that?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's all for free. Download the free STD app now.
Territory across Canada. Squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast.
Play inside the box.
Whenever they drink, and wherever they drink, whatever they may be drinking, and whoever they're drinking with, whether it's alcohol or drugs, pose a danger to us all. If you are an impaired driver, call 911 to report it as a crime in progress to the police. We call it Operation Lookout, and we want you to be part of it. Thanks for helping to keep our roads safe. A message from Arrive Alive Drive Safe.
We're about 4 weeks from the election. It has been quite a year, and we are really now in the final weeks of this process for the country for 2024 and the next step in our democracy. These are brand new
My apologies for calling so late, Mr. Arkwright.
with a slight advantage over former President Trump in the Electoral College projection.
Thank you for your understanding.
Either way, because you see
Now then, do you have time for last month's data review? We can reschedule if I've caught you at a bad time.
Listen to CNN's polling guru on the unprecedented nature of how tight this thing is. Watch.
Is something the matter?
This race is going to be too close to call.
Thank you.
Almost certainly all the way to election day. It's definitely going to be within this interval, and it's most likely
The
going to be
data
within
has
this
been
interval.
successfully
So the bottom
transmitted.
line is,
First, allow me to see how your stun caliber and hollow style have fared in combat. I will also be checking Mayor's usage records. Busy as ever, I see. Your vital data shows extreme deviations in the latter half of the month, as well as a number of unusual holo activations.
Do you agree that it's going to stay that tight?
Mr. Arkwright, is there something you're not telling me?
One thing is the way it's going to be. I'm always thinking, no, maybe not. It's going to be close. This is going to be the tightest presidential race I think we've seen in a very long time. It's a hold our breath moment. It's very important for, both Harris and Trump to think about who is it that's going to decide this election. It is just 5 to 10% of the people. It's suburban women. It's independents. It's college educated. It is some conservative Democrats, and they need to just talk to them. And what I've said for a long time is, take Kamala at her word. She did an interview today, and she said again, she wouldn't do anything different than what Biden did. So if you take the one thing, she switched on fracking, she switched on immigration, she switched on all kinds of things. But what's the one decision as a candidate that she's made that we can offer to her vice presidential candidate, Tim Walz? She didn't pick the moderate, Josh Shapiro. She didn't pick the pro-Israel candidate. She didn't pick the pro-fracking in Josh Shapiro. She went with a progressive leftist governor. And what do we know about Tim Walz? A governor who raised taxes when he had an $18 billion surplus in his budget. A governor who allows illegal immigrants to have free health care, they can get driver's licenses, free college. A governor who allows abortion at a governor who allows government to get in between the relationship of parents and kids on transgender issues. That is who you were talking about with Tim Walz. And when a crisis hit, and George Floyd happened, the mayor of Minneapolis called him for 3 days begging for the National Guard, and he wouldn't give it. And his response, in his own words, was, it was an abject failure. So look at what she has done, and look at the words that she has said, and take her at her word. That is what Trump needs to be pushing all day, every day, because those undecided voters, they want to believe in the hope of what she says. But let's remember, the Democrats took this candidate in 48 hours, revamped, threw her back out, the whole set of issues, the whole set of responses. And now she's trying to tell you life will be less and less. But she won't even answer to extend the 2017 tax cuts. 62% of Americans will see their taxes go up. Do we really want to take that chance? I don't think we do. So, obviously, and everything that I'm hearing you say is speaking to this group that you talked about, which are these very small undecided voters, because you're saying that you think it is genuinely as tight as it looks. So I read Marquis's piece in the Washington Post today, where he says that you need to be employed by the Trump campaign, and they need to get you out there, or else, according to Marquis, he thinks that Chuck could lose the race. You said you were standing by. Have you been called upon to do this?
I think they have maybe some fundraising emails for him. But look, he's the candidate. Candidates get to decide how they want this to play out, who they want with them, what they want to do. That's his decision. It's his call. We're trying to be helpful as we can, and really doing this Serious XM show is getting out the issues that I don't think the media is talking enough about. It's making sure they know who is Tim Walz. It's making sure they hear her in her own words say, this is what she believes and this is what she's not saying. It's making sure that we break it all down so that everybody knows exactly what they're getting. So, you can find that podcast anywhere podcasts are downloaded. I would hate to see Trump lose in a month, but he's got some decisions to make. And right now, I hope he's talking to that 10% of Americans.
Yeah, and you will be out on the Senate race campaign.
I will be out there for Dave McCormick in Pennsylvania, and that's a tight race. He's running a great race, and we're hoping to push him over time.
All right, Governor Ambassador Nikki Haley, and now on Sirius XM. Great to see you as always, and we'll be running. You're going to be all over this for the next 4 weeks, and it's nice to see you. Thank you very much. And good to see you. So we are back on the ground in Hillsborough County, Florida, as more than 1 million residents are told by the governor to get out and to get out now.
The best part of any of those renovation shows is always the transformation they show you at the end. Brian got here with Brian Price from Renewal by Anson, and he's going to show us some of their transformations.
Hey, Brian, let me ask you, when you remodeled your kitchen, did you choose the same styles you had?
No.
Same can go for your windows and doors. For example,
Van's something else, isn't he? He acts cold and pragmatic, but never compromises on his ideas, even when he tries to keep you at arm's length. You can always tell he has your best interests at heart. Not to mention that he has the combat experience and skills of a seasoned veteran. But the way he navigates a battle is nothing like how my brother or father would. Sometimes it feels like he knows everyone and can get along with them too. For better or worse. It kinda adds this air of mystery to him, doesn't it? I really hope I can get to know him better.
Before October 31st, buy one window, patio door, or entry door, and get the next one 40% off. That's 40% off with a minimum purchase of 4. Plus, save an extra $35 on every window and door you buy, with no money down, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer ends October 31st. For a free appointment with Renewal by Anderson, call 1-800-704-4200. That's 1-800-704-4200.
Gentlemen,
My daughter is being treated for leukemia.
Hey there. You guys know what's going on?
Said she lives a long, great life. And said she will never forget how mom and daddy loved her. Sanctioned. This is what's
That's so, huh? What a drag. Maybe I found my diamond in the rough. You on vacation or something?
for just
Okay. Anyway, I'm off work today myself and could use a little company. Wanna hang with the champ? You've got to be kidding me. You don't recognize the face of the Red Comet.
5 children diagnosed with cancer in the U.S. Douglas, St. Jude, hope that they have done so much for you.
But this can't be happening.
Join with your debit or credit card. We'll send you this St. Jude
listen up. My name is Maxim Lugan. I'm the man who did the impossible and won the Z1 Grand Prix, the apex of racing competitions, 3 years in a row. I've got it all. Looks, well, incomparable talent.
Tomorrow, there's hope for our little girl to survive.
Tyrell Entertainment Magazine named me Calverd's most eligible bachelor over a bunch of famous actors. I'm the most desired man in the entire country.
So here's a live look at the race to get out of the way of Hurricane Milton. It looks like it's going smoothly. At least it's sunny right now in Florida. People to make this trek. Category 4 storm is closing in on their Gulf Coast, and they're still recovering, obviously, from Hurricane Helene. Fox Weather meteorologist Bob Van Dylan reporting live from Tampa. Hi, Bob.
Yeah, Martha, good afternoon to you. When you talk about Helene, it threw a record storm surge into the Tampa Bay area. That was just, 10 days ago, 11 days ago? It took the wall floor and pushed it all the way in. That was a 7.2-foot storm surge. That was a record at the time. Think about this. We've got a wind coming in here by tomorrow afternoon that's going to crest a storm surge out ahead of it. It could be as much as 10 to 15 feet. So think about what they just had in Helene. Almost double, which is going to be incredible. And we could see maybe 2 storm surges. One is the storm gets in there and pushes the water up. And the storm goes behind us, the winds switch around, and then blows that water right back at us. And where I'm standing on the south side of the old Tampa Bay, Martha, we can see a 10 to 15-foot storm surge right here. So it's going to be storm surge with the saltwater flooding we're concerned with. Then the winds about maybe 150 or 120 mile per hour winds gusting in here. That's going to bring down a slew of power lines, obviously. And it's all about the freshwater flooding inland. We've got hurricane warnings all the way out through Orlando to the Atlantic coastline with a storm surge expected for Jacksonville, St. Johns River of 3 to 5 feet. This storm is going to be massive. It's going to be epic, and unfortunately, it's probably going to be
We all watched you heroically save a woman from the rising waters in Helene, and we hope that everyone's getting out and that you don't have to put those spills to work again. So we really hope people are heeding the warnings. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Bob. That is the story of this Tuesday, October 8th. The story goes on, and tomorrow the story will be this storm. So we'll see you back here for our AZ coverage of that tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Stay tuned right now, though, because overall, we're about to be very similar to that. Everybody, see you back here.
With so many communities across the Gulf Coast of Florida that have already been through a significant hit and now are going to have something that is even more tremendous than that.
So, yeah, we must be prepared for a major where you are looking like right now, I-75 is one where massive evacuations are
The guy with the big head.
It is that serious, and it is that catastrophic.
Looks like the rolling scrape keep us in front of me after all. Good. I'll show you why I'm the best there is.
In the Sunshine State, this time we'll be seeing anything but Robert Gray and Great Florida as a problem. Yeah, Neil, good afternoon from Bradenton Beach. White Sands, the Sea of Gulf of Mexico behind me, and that
I'll teach you to look down on my baby.
Churning with the potential for catastrophic situations. But you
Eat my
see the
dust.
debris field here. Just less than 2 weeks ago, 5 feet surge came in. Let me just
Can't corner at that speed, rookie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we through here ripping apart areas in this pocket of
I've
the
got 2
Sunshine
little
State.
helpers that beg to
Gonna
differ.
make its way across. And you see the sand that got pushed all the way onto the street here. Mandatory evacuation. The only people that are here are National Guard and the Sheriff's Office patrolling. But look at the sand that got pushed. And big vehicles
Oops.
pushed this to the side and pushed it up. And you see, look at the top of this ice cream shop that you're not supposed to be able to touch. They've got a pylon holding up part of the building. This from the surge and the wind from Helene just 2 weeks ago. And you look inside this ice cream shop, Lloyd
training his camera inside, you see the chairs overturned and the mud and the smell of rotting dairy inside. Now, Hurricane Helene did all of this damage, ripping up businesses and destroying homes, unfortunately. And you see the area had no time to clean up as Milton formed so quickly and is so large. And so the evacuations have happened. All these sandbags, honestly, will do nothing. 10 to 15 feet of storm surge that is on its way, that's predicted with a wind field of 120 to 125 mile an hour gusts coming in here late tomorrow night into Thursday. And Neil, here's a problem. You see all the debris from Helene that's been left over on the side of these roads because, again, they did not have time to clean all this up because of the fact of that nature. And all the piles here of people's businesses and homes. And when the wind comes in here, it's going to cause...
How come it doesn't tell me the correct option here? Let's maintain speed.
Evacuations are in play here, all up and down the Gulf Coast here. Hurricane warnings from Naples all the way to here, to Tampa, all the way up into the coastline of the Nature Coast. My gosh, this area has been ravaged in the past 13 months by Hurricane Idalia, Tropical Storm Debbie, Hurricane Helene, and now Milton on its way. Just to illustrate this, if I can.
Eyes on the road,
About 10 to 15 feet of storm surge. This structure is about the size of a basketball court, 10 feet. So 5 feet above that, and that's when you're looking at the potential for this catastrophe. Meanwhile, all the debris sits, the interstates are jammed with people who are leaving, and the mayor of Tampa is urging people, if they have not left, and they are in areas that could be affected by surge, to leave. In her words, you will die. Neil, back to you.
Incredible reporter. You and your gang. Please be safe, my friend. Robert Ray, straight to Florida on that. Adam, talk to us right now. Adam, when I last checked on this thing, it was darn near back to a category 5. What's going on?
Well, Neil, sitting over some pretty warm water right now, and you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if this gets back up to a category 5. We were down the wind at 150 miles an hour, and once we noticed we're now up to 155 miles an hour. We're just a couple miles an hour away. That high wall suddenly
putting up more of a fight than I expected. But your fate was sealed the moment you decided to cross the great Maxim Lugan.
I would not be shocked if we end up bouncing this back up to a category 5. Now, over time, eventually, it does run into some drier and runs into some hostile winds. Upper level winds are sometimes tear these things apart. That's why it begins to weaken once again. Probably to a category 3.
Is that a turbocharger? These things are brand new. This is so interesting. I just have to...
Unfortunately, when a storm that's this strong, it starts to spread out a little bit. So yes, the winds are weaker, and that is certainly good news. But it spreads out, and that's the wind because it's got 125 miles an hour, really about doubling in size. Along the thing is also going to push more water along the west coast of Florida. That's a big part of this storm surge story. We've heard this a bunch of times, but Tampa Bay, this is the high end, but maybe 15 feet of storm surge. I think it's storm surge is deadly part of the storm system. Fort Myers are living. I wanted to get the big slow graphic for you, Neil, because it makes a huge difference. If you're on the southern edge of the rainfall, the storm surge is going to be worse because of the circulation of the winds around the storm system. So on the north end of this, it's kind of pushing some of that water out to sea, right? So if the storm ends up settling a little farther south of Tampa, then you'll see some sort of storm surge. But the winds ultimately are going to be pushing it out to sea. So you get less storm surge, less water from the Gulf being shoved up in. If this ultimately makes landfall a little north of Tampa, well then suddenly all of those winds are coming off the Gulf of Mexico. And that is when we see the absolute worst case scenario. Someone's going to get it right. Someone has to be south of where this makes landfall. That's going to be the worst area. I'll leave you with this one there. Otherwise, we're just looking at hurricane winds across the entire state because the winds are expected to stay fairly strong, at least 110 through Orlando, through the east coast of the state. So a lot of folks are really going to be impacted by this one.
So you've said, my friend, in excess of 100 mile an hour winds as far east into the central part of Orlando.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I think that they have one more graphic here. Yeah, this is just the first graph. We're looking at 110 miles south of Sarasota. Everything in there is 75 to 110 miles an hour. So it's going to stay together from the entire time.
All right, Adam, thank you for that. You mentioned Orlando here. Universal plans to be closing its operations tomorrow. SeaGa has already done so. So far, as we know,
Now, Disney World is remaining open, although some of its more vulnerable lodges, like Wilderness Lodge and other locations, are shutting down. But the resort's major parks remain open. I don't know how long they could do that, but that's the very latest for you there. We'll give you airline delays and cancellation updates in a second. Right now, I want to go to Kurt Holt, the Sarasota County, Florida Sheriff. Sheriff, I'm sure you've gotten very little sleep these days. How are you holding up? How are your men and women holding up? How is Sarasota holding up?
Well, thanks for having me on. I'm used to watching you before, not talking to you before. So we're working very hard. We've got a very professional staff of 1,000 in this agency partnering with our other first responders.
This is Mr. Van Arkwright, I presume.
In our county,
I believe Sal mentioned it already, but I'd like to be the
20
first to
million
meet you.
Floridians are under some type of watch. So it is a historic storm, and it is the real deal.
So, Sheriff, maybe you can update me. Evacuation orders are in effect.
On behalf of Hayward, welcome to Longport. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Fawn.
Yeah, so I've lived here 42 years. This is probably 35 years I've been in law enforcement through a lot of storms. I have to say, just by the number of cars on the highway, the lack of people out on some of our barrier islands.
That's right. I also serve as vice president of Kowloon Financial Bank.
People are heeding the warnings, and I think because they realize it is going to be a deadly storm. It's not just us talking here. This obviously the wind, the rain. You mentioned in your previous segment the surge. We're talking 12 to 15 feet here in Sarasota County on the beach and coastline that's already been devastated by hurricane.
Now, I've also heard, Sheriff, you can bring me up to speed, that a lot of those commuters stuck in this traffic are reporting gas stations that are running out of fuel. How bad is that? What do you hear on that front?
Yeah, we're hearing shortages, obviously, and we messaged that yesterday and earlier today. Now, thankfully, our state opened up the emergency lanes, so that gives us 2 additional lanes of I-75 and I-4, and the governor issued that order. We're watching on our traffic cameras, and they're moving pretty well. But for those that are breaking down, we've got additional road rangers out there to help those folks. So as long as it's moving, 10, 15, 20 mile an hour, we'll be able to get those folks moving on. We've still got a little more time. If they run out of gas, we have folks there to help them. The key is they've got to get out of this area.
By a trained Floridian like yourself. Yeah, sure. I was hearing that they've got 4 massive shelters in and around your neck of the woods, including one that can shelter 10,000. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's right near you. Are people taking advantage of it?
Yeah, so I'm probably at 4 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock today. I'll get an update on how many people we have in the shelter. But definitely people were moving towards our shelters. We've got them all over the county.
It's going to be its own task. We're up to it. It sounds like that. So a lot of red folks here. I'll just recommend that. Very good seeing you on that. All right, in the meantime, there's some interesting developments we're getting. I told you about the airport is already closed. That is not a shocker. We're hearing that other airports are in the closing process. Orlando could be on limited capacity pretty soon, if not outright shut down by later tonight. U.S. airlines are already canceling flights, adjusting schedules, with some sort of airports closing in anticipation of that. Others are seeing delays that are the 1,300 of them that are into or trying to get to or out of the greater Florida area here. And again, the storm affects the area, which when you come to think of it, despite the fact that the east
you're here
of the
already?
state, the Atlantic Ocean,
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Still get that
I've been looking forward to this. Sal doesn't speak highly of people too often. Hold the phone. You didn't mention there'd be 2 cuties and a stud. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Delayed and or canceled in the hours to come. We have a little spoke system here, so much of the airline industry, and that's one of those spokes. That is
That's right. My name's Ashim.
The storm is expected to hit.
I'm guessing you want to know about everyone's favorite red-haired menace. You're in luck. You and I grew up together.
Florida history.
Dear Dr. K, I used to think I was never meant to be beautiful. I was teased because of my teeth. I didn't like the person looking back at me in the mirror. I never thought I could afford dental implants. You were a team, work within my budget, and help us feel confident in the plan we made together.
$48 a month for March. Schedule a free consultation.
Life insurance is too important to stop in one day. That's why Select Quote makes getting coverage easy. Now get up to a $2 million policy for medical and
Visit SelectQuote.com now.
This is the new I've always been something that fits right pocket.
it's an addiction.
I refuse.
I want to diversify our financial portfolio. Some things just don't feel real. I don't trust a lot of what's going on out there right now. Let's face it, for your personal financial future, it's hard to put your trust in anything right now. So maybe it's time to look what people have trusted for centuries: gold and silver. In unstable financial times, history has shown us to trust gold and silver. And the company that the history should trust is Goldline. Goldline makes the process easier than you could ever imagine. Just call one of our dedicated account executives and get your hands on something to trust. It's real. You can feel it. You can see it. If you've been thinking about diversifying your portfolio with gold and silver, call now and receive a free Goldline buyer's guide and learn about our weekly specials. Trust gold and silver. Trust Goldline. All Goldline today.
Don't need. We're the ones doing it.
Free streaming. When I found out about what I was sitting inside on the phone, talking to somebody saying, I'm really ready. I got nothing. I'm ready. 14 years. I've got that responsible. All right, now the Mickey that is announcing some closures for tomorrow. I might have reminded you before with the threat of the storm and the fact that we could see 100 plus mile an hour winds in Orlando. You don't see that every day in that neck of the woods. That already prompted SeaWorld to say, all right, that does it, we're shutting down. With Universal saying that's it, we're shutting down. And now a lot of Disney theme parks are shutting down. Disney park closures will start happening in waves beginning tomorrow. Animal Kingdom and Disney's Hollywood Studios set to close at 1 p.m. Tomorrow, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Disney Springs will close at 2 p.m. Looking with other potential closures, that is a rare event for Disney World. They will stay open in a lot of days storm over the years. But this is a big one. They are beating the waters. Be careful. Be super, super careful. Bob Van Dam probably glad to see they're doing that. The Fox weather meteorologist right now getting engaged with what we're in for. What are you hearing, Bob? So far, so good. We just got a little bit of rain going on right now. Essentially Tampa. Behind me is the old Tampa Bay, and Neil, you can see just barely the bridge in the background. So now things are starting to loosen up just a little bit. We had a rain squall go by. But I just read this. You're talking about all the closures with the theme parks. Florida Senators Rick Scott and Marco Rubio just sent a letter to President Biden calling on him to, quote, prepare for Hurricane Milton impacts to the port of Tampa Bay, end quote. And you know the reason why? I'll show you. Because it was 10 days ago where we had a record storm surge right here What's a storm surge? It's that World War I. And even last year, obviously, nothing gets picked up and they want it thrown out there with the wind that are coming in, over 100 miles per hour. Once the storm surge can pick up all the debris that's still on the road and slosh that around as well. I can tell you, I've been covering hurricanes now for almost 30 years. And when I see a storm last night like it was, one of the 80-mile-per-hour winds in the Gulf of Mexico, yeah, it's going to slow down just a little bit when it heads towards us, but Neil, as it slows down, it's going to open up. Area coverage-wise, we're talking about a large storm. That means more wind over water, more people are going to be affected by the storm surge, the wind, the power outages, the heavy rain, and the misery just continues with this hurricane season. I don't know how you do it, buddy, but I'm thinking of those 12 to 15 percent. They got it wrong. They had something maybe like 1 to 2. Yeah, this is, have you ever seen anything like that? Nobody allowed that. Last time we had a 15-foot storm surge in the bay right here, it was directly behind me, 1848, and it covered up what is now downtown Denver. So nobody allowed right now to see the storm surge like that. I want you to be safe out there. What are you guys doing? It's easy for me to look from very close to the studio here, but not you guys in particular. But again, if you know Florida, the look of Florida, keep in mind, you can cover it for those areas, the rest of the east. About 2 hours, so the whole state is going to feel the impact of it. It's a lot more severe than what you left off. Thank you very much. Be safe, my friend. Want to bring your attention to Sarasota, Florida, of course, in that harm's way. You get so much along this Gulf Crescent that it's going to be pounded mercilessly again sometime late tomorrow night, through the end of Thursday morning. Don't know if it hits the state as a Category 4. It's teetering right now. Last time I checked, it was a couple of miles, about 55-mile-an-hour winds, which would again bring it back up to Category 5. We have no idea, but we do know that this thing has gotten bigger. From what it was looking like yesterday, it's about twice that size. Its overall diameter twice that size from what it was yesterday. Now, still, it is considered a smaller, more condensed, packed storm, tightly packed storm than some of the others we've seen, including 12 days ago, almost 2 weeks ago. That was the lead. This is a very different creature and an even more dangerous one. Stay with us as FEMA updates.
The thing we know is true, no matter race, we're going cancer is a priority.
Indeed. Everyone 45 plus at average risk should screen for colon cancer. These folks are getting it done at home with you. Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard. I did it my way. I'm Mike Huckabee here, and this election is going to have many of us up and down. Me included. The very balance of our country is hanging by a thread. That's why I'm going to make sure I vote. And until then, I'm going to make sure I get a good night's sleep before I see America's #1 trusted sleep anchor. I'm Dr. Eric Silverberg, founder of Relaxium, America's most trusted sleep aid. Just like you're seeing me on television now, I saw a commercial for Relaxium Sleep back then. I called, and the rest is history. When I take Relaxium Sleep, I sleep better than I have. As a clinical neurologist, I know how essential sleep is for building and nourishing both your mental and physical health. Relaxium Sleep is made in the USA and is no restrictions, but free. It's also the only sleep aid with Valorez that's part of its triple action formula. I developed Relaxium to help my patients fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed. Relaxium Sleep worked from the very first night I took it. You've got to try Relaxium Sleep for yourself. Because once you do, you'll be a customer for life, just like me. Right now,
Hello there, youngster. Is your car?
I trust Relaxium Sleep, so should you. Get the best night of sleep guaranteed. Don't wait
What do you say I wax it down to protect her from the elements? Hmm? For you, I'll go as low as 1,000 miracles.
Tired of sciatic nerve pain radiating down your leg and lower back? Get relief, finally, with Magnolife Leg and Back Pain Relief, a combination of 4 active ingredients that get to work fast. So get living.
It has never been so deflated. Are you a licorice lover or hater? We at licorice.com have 50 plus gourmet flavors that you'll flip out over. Get some for yourself or a licorice lover in your life. Licorice lovers unite at licorice.com.
Alright, updating you on flight cancellations delays. 2,300 flight cancellations if you throw it today and you throw it tomorrow, and you likely look at thousands more. That's Florida Grips for good.
Personalized financial advice from Ameriprise can do more than help you reach your goals. I can make this work. It can help you reach them with confidence. No wonder more than 9 out of 10 of our clients are wealthy to Ameriprise. Ameriprise Financial. Advice worth talking about.
So many people
The bulletin board here is right on the main street, if I'm remembering right.
Yes, I'm not making this up. It's real. It's real. Get 35% off your first order as a preferred customer. Use discount code FOXPAY. How long have you been burning cases running?
Please, doing my job. What's it, team? What's going to change around the firehouse? What's the cheese?
That show was awesome! I hope we can see it again. Me too. I can see why it's such a hit.
The lead seems kind of cocky. Alright. But overall, it was a decent show.
What do you have today?
Director, Keith, Director, very good to have you. How are things looking right now from your vantage point?
Well, this is a very serious storm, and it's a very strong storm, a very large storm as it approaches shore. The wind field is going to expand significantly, and so we're really trying to take advantage of this time to make sure that we warn everyone, take this seriously. We're going to be surge, and most importantly, those folks that are in the evacuation areas, they need to evacuate right now. This is going to be a different type of storm. It's not going to be the same as some of the other hurricanes. Areas that have not flooded before are going to flood, and so they're really pushing for everyone to evacuate now. We're working on the state of Florida, pre-positioning resources, making sure that we're ready to respond.
Come to the right place.
But right now, the focus is that action that people take to get themselves safe to go to make it happen.
How many are doing that, Director? We heard that some went through this whole thing in the last big evacuation. I think with Irma maybe some years back, they had a horrible experience with that, stuck in traffic, stations that ran out of gas. They said, I'll never do that again. Here they are getting the same sort of warning to evacuate. Are any not doing that?
Unfortunately, there are always folks that don't take those orders seriously, and unfortunately, almost everyone in the do see loss of life. And so it's important that, yes, it can be inconvenient to leave your home, but you don't have to go hundreds of miles. You just have to go sometimes tens of miles away from the shore, away from those evacuation zones, to somewhere safe. It obviously, it's not something that folks would choose to have to deal with, but we need to make sure that we stay safe. People just like you that have not evacuated in the past, unfortunately, have lost their lives, and we want to make sure that we stress that we take action.
I wonder you can help me with some of these reports. I don't want to get the nitty-gritty of your finances and all that. That's your personal finance director, but being that whether it's up to the task, hearing that it has no money or that it's low on money, what's your real deal here? Are you up to handling what will be a very, very big storm?
Absolutely. We have the resources we need to respond to Helene and to Milton together. We have the financial resources, we have the manpower, and again, responding to these incidents is an all federal government response, and it's also a strong partnership with the state government.
Take your time looking.
So collectively, there are resources coming into Florida from all over the country
There are capabilities that are going to be able to be used to help kids after the storm. And we're also going to be able to keep up with the ongoing recovery efforts we have. So that's not something typically to worry about. We're prepared for this. We train for it. But again,
It's so cramped here.
Stay close to me, you two. I don't want to lose my assistance.
Don't be so busy.
And I know a number of
Look as long as
shelters
you can.
up in 10,000, I understand, literally built up overnight, and there are plenty of places for people to go. We learned from Lean that those who were trying to escape it by simply driving north, let's say, ran into trouble, certainly, with Georgia and the Carolinas. I know this is a very different story. But what do you know?
Thank you. This must be the Eastern.
Go to your local officials. They'll have information on shelters. You can go to the state of Florida's website. They'll have information on what shelters are available to the American Red Cross. All of them can help you find a shelter location that you can access. And again, it does not need to be hundreds of miles away. It may only be 10 miles away from where you are now. And if you're in a strong building, the photo shelters are, they'll withstand the winds and you'll be safe. And so look for those resources to identify where you can go and take action.
All right, a lot of people tend to get confused with these storms, and I can understand they're not worried about. And they say, well, where is FEMA? How can I physically find FEMA personnel here? It's not as if you will wear a uniform. I mean, so guide me through that.
Yeah, so we play a number of different roles. One of the primary roles we do is work the coordination of all of the federal response. So our teams have been in the state Emergency Operations Center, coordinating with the state of Florida. We are in all of the county emergency operations centers, coordinating with them. So when they have a request and they have a need, we can source that and we can support it. But we'll also be out in the community with search and rescue teams that we bring in from other fire departments around the country. There is a federal employees that are going to be deployed, and our staff will also be out after the storm, door to door in the shelters, helping people register for assistance. And so FEMA will be there. You can see FEMA shirts in the neighborhood. We are there. We've been there from before the storm and supporting the response and helping the state whatever they need.
You know, when we see storms like this and we look for cooperation among all types, we've seen a good deal of that so far, certainly in your state and elsewhere, so that's very promising. But again, this is a unique storm. It could get up to a Category 5. It's inhabitable, it seems to me, that it could. And the winds could be sustained for quite some time. I mean, well into the center part of Florida, 100 miles an hour or more. That's a very different beast, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, this storm track and this forecast is one of those that we've watched out for and maybe started out for some time. The way in which the storms approaching the shore is going to push that water, the storms are going to push that water up into the bays in a number of different areas. And then you're going to have hurricane systems all the way across the shore. In addition, 12 inches of rain in some areas, that's going to cause the rivers that are already full and not able to run out. So it's important that people, wherever you are, keep the hazards, make sure you have to be prepared now. Either ready out there to give you information on what kind of supplies you should have on hand. But this is a very serious one. Everybody needs to take it very seriously.
Yeah, I would imagine tomorrow and early tomorrow is the last chance for a lot of people to get what they need, and a lot of stores will fresh out a lot of stuff they need. Not all, but so what are some of the big things you think that should be on everyone's list?
Yeah, food and water, obviously, just for the immediate number of days. You have medication, make sure you have that available. Flashlights, you can power those out. And if you have pets, obviously, supplies for them. So the most important things that you're going to need just to get through the next couple of days. Charge your phones now, charge your devices now. It's very likely there's going to be power outages for the last some time. So those are the essential things that you can do. But again, there are a number of resources, including Ready App where you can learn more about what to do there.
Keith, very responsive recovery acting director. Thank you, Keith. Be safe yourself following all of this. And the words to heed and advice, certainly to heed. We told you about a lot of people were dealing in this neck of the woods with Helene less than 2 weeks to go. I want you to meet, when we come back, a Tampa resident who's experiencing it all over again.
Introducing Hallmark Plus. Featuring exclusive movies and series you can't see anywhere else. This could be huge for us. Plus exclusive gifts, benefits, and more. Everything you love about Hallmark is
I'll be waiting for you.
the all-new Hallmark Plus. Enjoy. Tylenol.com.
Advil liquid gels are faster and stronger than Tylenol rapid release gels. Also from Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact and lasts up to 8 hours.
This is our future, Mom. So Daddy Arrow creates a logo, website, even social posts in minutes. Wow. Hey, I'm good. Who wants to come see the future?
Get your business online in minutes with GoDaddy Arrow.
Alrighty.
Hi, my name is Damian Clark. And if you have both Medicare and Medicaid, I have some really encouraging news that you'll definitely want to hear. Depending on the plans available in your area, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with the Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Plan. Most plans include the Humana Healthy Options Allowance, a monthly allowance to help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items, like vitamins, pain relievers, first aid supplies, and more. The Healthy Options Allowance is loaded onto a prepaid card each month, and whatever you don't spend carries over from each month. You can pay nothing for covered prescriptions all year long, even name brand drugs. All plans have $0 co-pays for covered preventive dental services, which include 2 free cleanings a year, as well as fillings. They may also have vision coverage, including vision exams, and a yearly allowance towards eyewear, such as lenses or contacts. Even hearing coverage, which includes routine hearing exams and coverage towards hearing aids. You'll even have a $0 copay for routine vaccines
Well, we're on the
and
clock here.
telehealth visits. Plus, your doctor, hospital, and pharmacy may already be part of our large community. So call the number on your screen now. Sales agent. Would you love benefits like a monthly allowance to help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items? So if you have Medicare or Medicaid, call the number on your screen now and speak with a licensed Humana sales agent. If you're eligible, they can even help enroll you over the phone in Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. And remember, annual enrollment ends on December 7th. So call now. Humana. For more universal healthcare.
Falls are the #1 cause of injury to senior citizens. Acorn Stairlifts has the solution. Just don't fall. Sit, relax, ride with an Acorn Stairlift, the world's leader in stairlifts. Don't let limited mobility keep you from going up and down your stairs, even outside. Call Acorn Stairlifts now for a free information kit and no obligation quote. Don't miss calling. You can simply the Acorn Stairlift has an added seat and backrest. Safety sensors stop the chair if there are obstacles. The seat swivels and locks so you don't twist your body. The Acorn Stairlift pulls away and even runs during power outages. I was really surprised at how good it was. Call 1-800-709-4205 right now for your free information kit or visit our website today. That's 1-800-709-4205.
All right, you do have the website of getting out of the Florida area. Talking about the storm. Now, the Tampa International Airport is essentially closed, but the Orlando Airport will still be open to United American Airlines is suspending flights beyond Tampa, but it looks like they are adding travel for Orlando. They say specifically that more than 2,000 seats late Tuesday evening are available for those trying to get out of Dodge or out of Orlando International Airport. Now, if you're thinking of coming from points west, like Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, I think that would be about a 90-minute drive if my old map still holds from getting the western part of the state, middle part of the state where you're trying to Orlando. But that's a shot for you to get out of it if you want to fly out of there. And for those who've arrived and want to get to the United Kingdom, hear all this stuff about Fox closing tomorrow, that is an option for you as well to turn around and go back. Again, that's one of the options being presented today is people scrambling their schedules and thousands of flights, although already about to cancel. But there are hopes of those who are trying to get out of there now. When we get is good. Steve Bender, I believe in Lido Key, Florida. That was really one of the key barrier islands, I believe, right off the coast of Sarasota. But Steve, how do things look there?
Neil, you are locked in with Florida, by the way. Great map, I-4, Tampa, and Orlando. Could be a little longer today. We've seen some major backups, but yes, we're a little key. When you and I were talking last week, we were talking about Eileen's fury on the Carolinas. This is what it like in the lake here in Florida. These barrier islands, when you look at these homes, have been completely gutted. So all of this debris still lies in its wake from the lake. This took on a substantial storm surge, and when we talk about noon, it's expected to get up to 15 feet. So imagine all of this debris that's here now, likely to be taken miles down the road. And this has been a widespread concern, not only on this barrier island, but so many of them, like Siesta Key and these other lines around Sarasota, Tampa, and even north up here. When you're looking at this, this is so many people's livelihood that has been ripped apart. Now, we've got concern of up to 15 feet of storm surge. We've seen even people today making sandbags. Why don't you take a listen to Noah? Him and his friends are making sandbags because so many that are now in this storm surge warning have never experienced anything like this. Take a listen.
What they're doing, you know, and because they never done anything like this, especially if they've been in Sarasota in a while. So, you know, they're not sandbags, those people just like to put the time up.
And so many people are buying up those sandbags. They're making them for free so people can protect their property. What you're looking at right here is kind of this ravine, right, where all of this water naturally drains in. It's already raining here, so if you're looking, there's debris, of course, in here, but you'll notice the depth of it. This is normally where you'd absorb some of that freshwater rain or the storm surge, which is a block away from us at Legal Beach. Well, this is already swollen and bloated. There's nowhere for that water to go except keep advancing up the street. And when you look at this area is eerily Florida. Living in a beach town, you normally see people biking. There'd be laughter in the air. There's nothing except the Sarasota police kind of coming around. This area, Legal Key, is closed at 7 p.m. Nobody's allowed back on this island until the storm is done with. So we are looking at the very end of this. I'll leave you with this lasting view. There's more piles of debris. This just shows how catastrophic Helene was. Milton expected it to be even worse, especially for this area, because, you know, for everybody at home, you're going to see the category drop. It's not going to be a Cat 5 when it makes landfall, but the wind field's expanding. When you expand that wind field, the lever arm becomes greater. You get more of that surge where I'm standing up to 15 feet now. Slower becomes the more saturated and ground. The more saturated it gets, right? It's going to get worse. There's nowhere for this to go. That's why the mainland is really worried. In areas that never experienced anything like this, they are evacuating now, thankfully. I know you get sick of my saying that, but I mean, with all these guys, you go right into danger.
I hope to see you again.
Kevin Austin is a Tampa, Florida resident hit by Helene. That was just a couple of weeks ago, and now he's going through it all over again. Kevin, how you holding up?
Thanks for asking, Neil. Doing okay. You know, my wife and I are safe. We evacuated my parents' house about an hour and a half northeast of Tampa. But just emotionally and physically exhausted from the last 2 weeks.
Where you are, I'm sure it's going to get hit by very strong winds as well. So you're obviously back down to action. So your parents are right there.
Whoa!
What a mess.
Check out that ocean!
Oh yeah, it's been
Breeze
quite a ride
feels
the last
so
2 weeks.
nice.
Luckily, their house is rather new, cement block, so they go back the winds pretty well. We feel very safe here, but it's still coming. We're still in the past.
Did you ever encounter any of the neighbors that were reluctant to evacuate? They had just been through a
One of these, eh?
And I talked to many fire residents saying, I'm not going to go through that again. But with the severity of the storm, the severity of the warnings about this storm, such that they said, well, maybe I shouldn't.
You know, I think after Helene, when we saw the damage that Helene produced, everyone was taking it very seriously. The streets were like ghost towns.
How many times do I
Earlier
have to tell
today,
you to
we
not to
evacuated a
bother
few hours
folks?
ago, and no trouble with the traffic coming up here from Canada. And I think everyone saw how fast that storm surge moves in and how dangerous.
And what if you deserved it?
We were showing the pictures that you were kind enough to share with us of your home in Tampa. Looks like it got pretty banged up. What's its status, right?
it's essentially uninhabitable. With the Florida humidity,
So sorry about
mold
them.
started growing in
They
about
all
48
get rowdy
hours.
during their
We
break.
had about 24 inches
They're
of
a
water
bunch
in the
only a
house,
mother could
enough
love.
water to lift
But
up our fully
try to
loaded
forgive them,
fridge,
okay?
flip it on its side, and move it about 20 feet away. And so we were just completely wrecked. We're essentially homeless at the time, at the moment. Living with friends and family.
Good to see you too.
Permanent solution.
Here you've landed a real toughie of a job this time. Let me show you to your table.
We have homeowners and flood. Unfortunately, because all the damage was caused by storm surge, hurricane, homeowners doesn't cover this. And so the max you can get is $250,000
When I'm
from
not
flood
serving
insurance
drinks,
to cover
I'm
your
dealing
structure.
cards around these
And with most
parts.
of these Tampa homes, that's not going to cover.
Yeah, it's not going to cover what you're dealing with. So what do you do?
That's a good question. We applied for our flood insurance. We're waiting to hear back. We've had a great flood adjuster who came out, and I got to say, all the adjusters were there on the ground very
The
quickly.
pleasure's all mine.
Including Cam, who is our flood adjuster.
When did you become such a mama duck?
The money comes from the federal government, and we haven't seen it done yet. Luckily, I've had a lot of support from my Air Force reservists, and I've had a lot of
Hang out on
support from
Gehenna's doorstep like usual.
charities, Associated Air Force, as well as friends and family, and so we're relying on them.
You better not be talking about me. This hangover's nothing.
That we can kind of bridge the gap, but millions of people here are not going to have that, and so I'm just really fearful of what's going to be in store for us with Milton.
Really been 2 years already?
You got your priorities right, that's for sure. I'm glad
Times really are changing. The lone wolf's
Say
got
that way.
himself some cups.
What else? And Tampa, now about something about an hour and a half east up there. But again,
Name's
that
Jack.
will be a very big
Jack
travel
Trevor.
zone.
Ain't a gambler out there who doesn't know my name.
Open for those who want to get out of the area, and that's going to be a hard area to go wind-wise tonight, because tomorrow morning the airport is closing. But as I mentioned,
Call it a duo, but it's more like I'm on a leash here.
as I said,
Got a
for
problem
those
with that?
who are in Tampa that needed the clear water, about a 90-minute drive thereabouts, as the speed limit was pointing out, and I'd be off by that now, given the traffic just
Being an informant is just a side gig.
What's your real job? Alcohol enthusiast?
Gambling's a real job.
Sure. Anyway, what did you want to ask about, man?
If you're looking to fly out of Orlando, your last chance is tonight. We'll mark this. At Fisher Investments, we may look like other money managers, but we're different. How so? We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interests. So we don't sell any commission-based products. Then how do you make money? We have a simple management structure, so we do better, but our clients do better. The clients really come first, then, no? Yes, we make them a top priority by getting to know their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more. Well, here we are. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
From design and products to removal and installation, Remake is with you through every step of your remodel. Call or visit Remake.com for your free in-home design consultation. One of my favorite supplements is Qmalt Turmeric. Turmeric helps with healthy joints and inflammation support, and Qmalt has the #1 doctor recommended form of supplement. Qmalt, the great night price.
Still have symptoms from moderate to severe ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease after a TNF blocker like Humira or Remake? Put them in check with Remake. Remake works differently as a once-daily pill.
When symptoms try to take control, I got rapid relief. Remake. Check.
When you try to slow me down, I got plastic. Steroid precondition, Remake. Check.
And when my doctor saw damage, Remake helps visibly reduce damage of the intestinal lining. Check.
Rapid symptom relief, plastic. Steroid-free remission.
And visibly reduced damage. Check, check, and check.
Remake will lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and heart clots some tail, cancers including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may be pregnant.
Symptoms in check and keep them there with Remake.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Remake and learn how happy can help you stay.
Tonight, Melania Trump on the line, discussing her new memoir and her husband's race for the White House. The former First Lady is live on the phone tonight. When you get together with friends and family, remember to ride with your superb driving everywhere. Because ride starts with you. starts with a designated driver and the kitchen to offer guests non-alcoholic drinks. When you call a friend to come and pick you up, and at the corner when you catch the last bus, in the driveway with a simple "please please," or in the living room when you decide to stay overnight. However you ride, thanks for doing your part to keep our roads safe. A message from the Drive Alive Drive Circle.
You know, we can focus on what's happening on the boat side of the state of Florida right now. Let's not forget that Florida isn't a very wide state. When you go from Tampa to Panama, it isn't very wide until the state, before the state itself. It really takes a couple of hours to drive from the Gulf side to the Atlantic side. So it would be a long drive for you to get to the Daytona Beach from Tampa, a little bit more than 2 hours, 2 hours, 17 minutes, something like that. So that's the northeast 2.5-hour journey you're taking to get there. But I should stress that on this side of the state, the East Coast, they're bracing for some serious flooding as well, and a lot of wind as well. LA and the minor is, they're going to keep taking the big spot for all of these. How are things sitting there?
Right now, it's actually been a decent day. Windy, I will give you that. We're talking 10, 15 mile per hour winds. The sun was out, people were working on their tan today. There has been a healthy level of knowledge. People understand what's coming right around the corner. We're watching the showers and thunderstorms build. But this home behind me, this was a home that got hit twice. Once from Hurricane Ian with the storm surge, and then once again with Nicole. And Nicole was just a tropical storm, but it dealt that final blow to this particular home. I spoke with some residents in this area, and I think one of the reasons why it's been 2 years now, Ian and Nicole, back in 2022, since we've seen this home begin to recover. There is some litigation involved when it comes to the insurance companies because it was coastal erosion, not necessarily wind and flood. People sometimes get into the minute details here because this is such a vulnerable area to hurricane damage.
You don't need
Now,
to
this
be
is
shy
not
now.
a residential spot here, but we could be bracing for up to 5 feet of storm surge in this particular location. So if you look just to the south side of this house, you see what they call trap house. Now, this is something that a lot of coastline here in Daytona Beach has got going on. This is just an even heavily fortified version of sandbag. Feels like concrete almost. But there may be a good 2-3 feet in height, and if we're talking 5 feet, that isn't quite going to do the trick. So that is the worry. In addition to Daytona, we have the Gulf of Mexico on one side. We also have the Halifax River on the other side. So you get both bodies of water that begin to rise, and then it will sort of pinch off this island area.
Newtown.
Flooding is a key concern. The flood threat here is a level 4 out of 4, especially to areas to the north of Interstate 4. Now, despite
Got
this,
something planned?
a portion of Florida being under hurricane warnings and storm surge warnings, there's actually been a lot of folks who have evacuated from Tampa and actually came to the Daytona area. Quite a few people.
Okay.
So while
Objective
yes, we're
confirmed.
going to get some pretty nasty conditions here in Daytona, definitely nothing like they're experiencing out in Tampa. So for folks in Daytona, they consider that a win. We do have evacuation orders that are in place here. They'll begin on Wednesday in the morning. The impacts from Milton really going to be felt here primarily Thursday and into a Thursday morning and afternoon because the Milton landfall to the west coast of Florida has been slower now. At one point we were forecasting Wednesday afternoon, now it's the overnight hours on Wednesday. And so those are all key concerns that on this northern edge where that center of circulation will go, not only is that northern edge of Milton going to be a a lot with the flooding, but also with the storm surge as well. So a lot of issues here in Daytona, but this is only one of millions of people and millions of spots across Florida bracing for these impacts.
Great reporting, thank you for that. Not bad there yet, but it will get very, very bad. We talk about the 100-mile-per-hour wind. Certainly the middle part of the state. I don't know if it gets that high on the eastern part of the state, but it could get very high. We also want to give you a sense of what's happening, again, on the Gulf side. That will be ground zero for this. We've got some updated Pinellas County numbers. This is the county that has all these various separate zones for when it's shut down, where people are evacuated. And in Florida, there, you know your zone. But they have these A, B, and C zones, separate zones for that include all mobile homes in the county. The bottom line is that because of the storm surge expected up to 15 feet, mandatory evacuation has been sent out to all
Okay.
residents in that immediate area. So this would include
Got something planned?
Petersburg. They are predicting a non-survivable surge. And again, that is an abundance of caution right now.
We're going to Newtown after we're done with this town.
Thanks, man.
Let's save it here.
These bills are crazy.
Excellent.
She has no idea she's sitting on a gold mine.